So, shall we get started?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, is this the first time to China?
Yeah, it's the first time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
How's the first impression of China?
Well, I mean, the first impression was coming here, then you just, it seemed like you kept flying over greenhouses, like so many greenhouses. I was like, wow. And then, of course, driving into town, I've never seen so many cranes and building sites, east of the river.
Yeah.
I think my first impression was a bit surprised. I guess, China is so, growing up, everybody knows about China at school because it's such an old culture and it's so, it's a superpower and so important in the world today. I guess I was surprised that driving around this town in Shanghai, I felt like you took the Chinese signs out. It could be in New York, it could be in any other big city in the world.
Yeah.
But of course, then this morning. I went for a walk in the old town, small town. Then felt more original. Yeah.
The news, they blend together very well.
Yeah, but it's like it's so close, right? You have like a skyscraper, and then you have these tiny little alleys with
narrow lanes.
Yes, and everywhere mopeds. It's amazing.
So my next question is:
okay.
Before you accept the role as Jamie Lannister, have you ever read it as an I-35?
No, I didn't. I didn't even know it existed. I had no idea. I didn't know of George R. R. Martin. So I read this first script before, and I just read it as any other film script.
So you think it's great?
Yeah.
But I saw one of your interviews. You said these series they have too much kill, too much sex. So
did I say that?
Yeah. So do you still feel it that way?
When did I say that? God, you say so many things. No, I mean I don't know. I don't think it's too much. It's been interesting to see how. Well, that whole. It's always interesting to see what moments or what episodes generate the most controversy when people really start discussing.
Yeah.
And it's often not what I expect. I remember in season 1, there's a scene where Ned Stark has to kill a direwolf.
Yeah.
And people went crazy.
So you don't know before?
No, I know. No, what I mean is that it surprised me that people were so shocked.
Yeah.
Because that was what they were shocked about. The next scene, a little boy was killed. Nobody cared, but the little puppy, that was the shocking thing. And I think
the symbol of Stark.
It's the symbol of Stark. I know, but I also think it was the idea of we have these conventions like you can't hurt a dog, but you can hurt a little boy. That's okay.
My next question is, from season 1 to season 6, Jamie Lannister has changed a lot.
Yes.
At first, he's grim, he's arrogant, people call him Kingslayer. Mm-hmm. That means betrayal. But in season 6, he has changed. He acts like a justice. So how do you think of this character?
Well, I think the big yes, he's changed. I also think that in the beginning, you only see one thing. The first thing you see of him is really dark, right? He's very close to his sister. He's trying to kill a little boy.
Yeah.
Anyone who kills a little boy is a bad guy.
Yeah.
Later on, you find out that why he does that. And the whole thing about being Kingslayer, you understand, well, yes, he killed the king, but he saved a whole capital.
Yeah.
I think the big change for him as a character is when he loses his hand. Suddenly that's like he loses part of his identity and he has to reinvent himself. But you're right. It's a huge development. It's been it's a great character to play.
So you think when he loses his right hand, that's why he changed?
I think it's starting. It's starting when he's captured. When he meets Brienne, that starts, things happening. And suddenly he's for the first time in his life forced to spend time with a woman who's not his wife, who's not his sister. Sorry. And he does something which is out of character. He tries to save this woman, and that's.
He tries to find the Stark's girl.
Oh yeah. And he has honor. He's an honorable man. What people would think of him would be that as soon as he got out, he would just forget about his promise, but he doesn't.
So, at the end of season 6, Cersei is actually the ruler of King's Landing. So will the relationship between Jaime and Cersei change?
Well, I mean, that's a good question, but it's one of those things where I would start going into season 7, and that would be a spoiler. It's a good try.
So, in your opinion?
Well, my opinion is kind of flawed because I know what's happening. Because we already shot season 7, so you don't want to know. But it's July. You'll have to wait.
Okay. And my last question is, after the Game of Thrones has ended, so what's the future?
Well, my future is going to be, I've been doing movies all these years. We'll be doing Game of Thrones. I'm going to continue. I've been developing movies and television shows, and I'll just continue working. I mean, obviously, for you guys, this is you know me from Game of Thrones. In my mind, Game of Thrones is one of many jobs. And it's a great job. I'm very, very lucky. But it's still one of many.
So actually, you don't like people call you Jaime. You like people call you Nikolaj.
Listen, people can call me whatever they want. That's fine. I mean, I understand that, you see me, you know me as Jaime Lannister. You're going to go, Jaime, hey. My name is Nikolaj. I mean, they're two separate things. Yeah. But I don't mind at all. I'm very fortunate to be part of that show.
And that's the end of season 3.
Okay. Oh, of course.
Yeah. See,
that is me.
So hands up.
Yes. When I had hair.
When you have your right hand.
Yeah, when I had a hand. Yeah. Those were good days. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We hope to see you again.
I hope so too.
Yeah. Come to China more often.
I hope so. We'll see what happens.